This week on Chuckload of Comics, the Eclipse is coming, people. The Eclipse. So we're talking about the book Eclipse by Zack Kaplan. All that plus Star Wars news and Deadpool 2 right here on Chuckload of Comics. Hello and welcome to Chuckload of Comics, episode 27. I can't see a damn thing in these glasses. If you haven't gotten your solar eclipse glasses, go get some, because the eclipse is coming, people. These things are weird. You can't see shit in these things. They are dark. It's like trying to stare through a towel. But get you some glasses, man, because the eclipse is coming.
That's right.
And so we're going to talk about this week, this book, Eclipse. Awesome book from Image and Top Cow. It's by Zack Kaplan and Giovanni Timpano. God, I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, sorry,
But
we butcher names all the time. So.
It's a badass book, and it's all about the eclipse. So, you know, what better time to talk about this book? We actually got to catch up with Zack. We caught up with the writer. We sat down, we talked with him. We're going to show you that footage. But before we get into Eclipse, let's do a little nerd news.
Nerd news!
Okay, so what's going on in the world? And there's a lot of stuff dropped this week, man. Tons of stuff.
It's like...
We got cool stuff from Deadpool 2. We got a lot of photos from movies that are coming out. So we're going to take a look at some of them. How about that? Let's start with all the new stuff that stopped from Entertainment Weekly, or dropped, not stopped, for the new Star Wars The Last Jedi.
So exciting.
Excited?
Yes.
Excited about Star Wars?
Of course.
December can't come soon enough, man. November and December is going to be nuts. November you got Thor, you got Justice League, and then we're going to roll into December on high, and we're going to get Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Yes.
So Entertainment Weekly just dropped a bunch of new photos. We're going to go through some of them if you haven't seen them online already.
So cool.
This first one, you got to talk about the covers.
Yeah.
The cover photos. They're doing two covers. They're doing one with Rey and one with Luke.
That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a magazine do that before. I mean, you see like comics do the variant covers, but I don't think I've ever seen like People or Entertainment Weekly do something like that.
Yeah, when they did their Thor cover, they just did the one. They did a Black Panther cover, it just had the one.
Yeah.
But just look at Luke Skywalker in this picture. Look at how badass he looks. Sorry, I'm staring at this little monitor here. Luke just looks awesome.
I know.
Man, you're gonna get so much Luke Skywalker in this movie. It's gonna make heads roll. People are gonna be freaking out, you know, because we haven't seen Luke really since Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so excited about this movie, because you're going to fill in the last movie, Force Awakens, they talk about Luke. They talk about this crazy stuff that went on with the Jedi school, and Luke went into isolation, but you don't know any of it. There's so many holes to fill and so many little plot points that were left unanswered after that first movie, and this one's going to answer them all. Yay. You're going to get to see Luke. You're going to find out why he went into seclusion. And just look at him, he's an old hermit, man. You're going to find out what went down. Some crazy stuff must have gone down to send him into seclusion. So we're going to find out all of that stuff in December. Awesome. I'm getting more and more excited about The Last Jedi.
And you can't not deny Rey's cover, though, too.
And look at that, Rey rocking the lightsaber, looking fierce.
Right?
Super fierce, looking like Beyonce fierce
Girl
up there. Girl power. Next photo, we got Finn.
Nice.
Finn
he's
rocking.
Awake. He's awake.
Finn's awake. The Finn awakens. And now he's listening to his Beats headphones zipping across the desert. Finn's rocking the Dre, Beats by Dre.
Beats by Dre, owned by Apple.
Yeah, this looks like it's from that shot, if you remember the teaser trailer that dropped at
San Diego?
No, it was at Star Wars Convention in Orlando. There was that one shot where these speeders are zipping across the desert with this trail of red shit blowing out of the back of their ships. This is clearly that, because you can kind of see it in the corner.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit. Maybe you can see a little bit of a TIE fighter, or not a TIE fighter, like an AT-AT in the far left background. I don't know, but Finn's looking damn badass in this photo. Next photo. I love this picture. I love this picture. This is a knock knock. Did someone order a staff? Yeah. This is great, man. I just like this photo because this looks like the scene in the teaser trailer when Luke says, when he's standing in the doorway and he says, "It's time for the Jedi to end."
Yep.
That's him standing in his little ice fishing shanty.
Or his hobbit hole.
His hobbit hole. He's coming out like Frodo. I didn't order a pizza. But no, this looks good, man. This looks badass because is that exactly the outfit she was wearing when?
Yeah, I think so.
At the end when he hands the lightsaber.
Sorry,
hard to tell.
I'm moving my head because we're looking at the monitor over there.
But I love that picture. That's
yeah,
a badass picture. Because Luke, man, he's not having any part of this. He's like, you know what, Jedi gotta end, and get off my lawn.
My rock.
Next photo, lawn. Man, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, looking badass.
Yep.
Looking just tough as nails. Man, she looks good in this movie. All the set photos, all the stuff we see for him in the trailers, she just looks dope. Like in the first one, in Force Awakens, she's just kind of wearing this jumpsuit kind of the whole time. Now you see her in this like regal costumes, man. Her hair's done up nice.
Something that is battle ready though too. Like it's this regal looking outfit, but it also looks like it could be like, I don't know.
Yeah, she looks
sword proof or something.
She looks
like armor.
All the other Imperial important people. Like she looks like she's wearing like a general's uniform. She is General Leia after all.
That's true. Hopefully.
Man, she looks awesome in this picture. She looks just tough as nails. She looks angry at somebody. It's probably Finn. Take your headphones off, Finn. Get to work. That looks awesome. I love that picture. This picture.
Uh-oh.
I had mixed feelings when I first saw this one. This is Snoke's guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Supreme Leader Snoke. This is his Imperial Guard equivalent.
Okay.
These guys, they're like these badass samurai warriors that protect Snoke. When I first saw this photo, the first thing that struck my mind is that they look kind of cheap.
Yeah.
They look a little thrown together. I think it could have benefited from a little bit of detail. It's just too much of a wash of red.
Flat.
A little flat.
Yeah.
But the more I look at them, the more I kind of like them actually, because they're pretty awesome. Even with their little dome heads and their AC vents on their back. Their mesh faces. But you can just imagine what they're going to look like when they start doing some crazy samurai stuff and they start kicking ass.
Maybe they have to be slick uniforms in order for them to pull off their moves.
Yeah, because I mean they look kind of like stormtrooper costumes. Like, okay. Next photo, we see Rian Johnson with Carrie Fisher again.
Nice.
Little behind the scenes photo, looks pretty awesome.
Also, again, Carrie Fisher looking badass.
Looking dope, looking like she's wearing the same uniform as before. Rian Johnson, man, is gonna kick it. He's gonna kill it, not kick it. He's gonna do great.
Kicking it.
He's gonna just destroy this movie. It's gonna be awesome. You can just tell he's very deeply interested in this scene. Carrie Fisher is getting some good direction.
Forgive me, but what has Rian Johnson done again?
He did Looper.
Oh yeah.
He did that movie Looper with.
Which is great.
It was an awesome movie with Bruce Willis and.
The triple name guy from Third
Rock from the Sun.
Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Show prep.
Tommy
from
Third
Third Rock.
Third Rock, yeah. Tommy.
Yeah, he did Looper. Looper's a badass film. He also did a movie called Brick. That was kind of his coming out movie, independent flick, which got mad critical reviews. So yeah, Rian Johnson, he's gonna nail it. I really hope. Interesting stuff. A lot of stuff was broken about this movie in the past couple of weeks about what are they going to do with Carrie Fisher?
Yeah.
How are they going to send her away? And people have been dropping these little tidbits because they finished filming the movie completely and then she passed away. But apparently the rumors are that they were going to send her away after this movie anyway.
Interesting.
So all they're really saying is that she gets a deep emotional send-off.
Wow.
The kind of send-off that's really going to bring tears to your eyes.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. So I think she, maybe she sacrifices herself to save Finn. Maybe she sacrifices herself to save Poe.
That's kind of eerie because it's almost like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. Well, they're talking about how she's grooming Poe Dameron, who in the last movie was like the greatest pilot. She's grooming him to take over the Resistance. Like he's going to be the Resistance commander. And apparently Leia is grooming him. He wants no part of it, but she's like, look, you got to stand up. You got to, just like Han Solo did in Empire Strikes Back. You know, when Leia and Han are standing in that little hallway in Hoth, and she's like, look, you got to stick around. You got to. These people need you. Apparently she's grooming Poe Dameron in the same way. Oh. That's the rumor mill. So there's Finn and Rose. A new character, Rose. I don't know much about her, but she looks awesome.
Yeah.
They're wearing very classic Star Wars uniforms.
Flippy hairdo.
Yeah. Possible love interest going on here. Who knows?
Really? What happened to Finn and Rey?
Oh. They're brother and sister.
No.
I like the cool...
brother from a different mother.
Maybe, yeah. It's space. Weird shit happens in space.
It's true.
I like the neat little display, little console in the background. It's really very old school Star Wars.
Sure is.
Finn's still rocking Poe Dameron's jacket.
That's also cool. He must have woken up in it.
He just probably slept in it in his coma. So look for Rose. Rose is a new character people are talking about. There's the man, Kylo Ren. Looking awesome. He's got a big scar. When you remember when Rey sliced his face open in that final fight in the last movie, scar's looking very prominent. He's looking very pissed off about something. I don't know what it is.
He always looks that way though.
He's looking very moody, very broody, very emo. Emo Ren. I mean Kylo Ren. Obviously, I like the cool Imperial lights in the wall in the background. It's a cool shot.
Yeah.
There's Rey, looking badass.
That's the outfit that she went up in for sure.
Okay.
Which I think is the same outfit. Or no, she had like a cloak on when she saw Luke.
Yeah.
That's the outfit she went up in.
The earlier photo was probably something later in the film. This looks like
first meeting.
She hands him the lightsaber and he says, "I don't want this."
Yep.
Saber drop. And she's like, "What the hell? What are you doing?"
Saber drop.
This looks
I'm out.
So this looks like it might be towards the beginning of the flick.
Yeah.
Something about what she's wearing looks like it might be towards the beginning because it is.
It's kind of cool that it's like, wow, they're literally picking up the second from where they left
off.
I
hope so.
Which is kind of neat.
I hope this picks up
right
from where the other one left off.
It sure looks like it.
Which means Finn's coma would have lasted about 5 minutes.
A day.
Next photo, there's the man. There's Poe Dameron.
Poe.
Looking tough, man. Looking like a badass. Apocalypse himself. So yeah, I'm interested to find out more about him. He's got a comic book out right now. It's Star Wars by Marvel. There's Poe Dameron's story, and that's when there's an issue in there where they pay homage to Carrie Fisher, and that's where we find out that Carrie Fisher's grooming him to be the Resistance, the head of the Resistance. So pick up the Poe Dameron comic book by Marvel. This is running long. We got a lot of photos we wanted to go through, but there's so much good stuff.
I know.
So much good Star Wars stuff to talk about. Some TIE fighters. I think that's Kylo Ren's special TIE fighter with the pokey front. Cool. I think I saw that in a toy somewhere. This is neat. This I'm speculating is the.
You said the casino.
The casino world. There's a scene in the Disney convention that they did recently, E23. They showed you a behind the scenes D23. They showed you a behind the scenes reel, and one of those reels was this casino situation going on where everybody's dressed in gold and everybody's looking very pimp. And I think this is probably the casino. It just kind of has that look to it. So next is the porgs.
Porgs?
You're wondering what that is? That's a porg. P-O-R-G.
He's so cute. He looks like a little hamster.
That, my friends, is Disney at its finest. That is toy selling 101.
I hope that's a live action costume. I really do. I hope
they're a puppet.
CGI.
If you're ever gonna have a puppet in a movie, it's the porgs.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, Chewie's looking pretty hungry over there. I think he's gonna eat a porg.
I just want one.
Chewie's like kind of looking at him like, hey, get the hell off the console. What are you? I'm excited about the porg. Some people are like, oh Jesus, here we go again. It's an Ewok.
Or a Jar Jar.
It's a Jar Jar. It's an Ewok.
They look way too cute.
No, they look adorable. It's a little guinea pig.
Cuddle with them.
Yeah, so that's porg. Look for porgs coming up pretty soon. And these girls,
okay.
These little nun ladies. Apparently they live on the planet, or they live on the island with Luke.
Oh.
Or maybe an adjacent island, and they don't like Luke. From what I'm understanding, from what I read in Entertainment Weekly, they're not fans of Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
they're not digging him.
They do kind of look like nuns.
They are. They're like these native nuns.
Interesting.
And they look like they might be live action animatronics as opposed to CGI. Hopefully it's at least a mix of both.
Yeah.
'Cause you could do that. I mean, Jim Henson did shit like that 30 years ago that looked better than that.
Yeah.
40 years ago, shit.
Right.
So look for the nuns somewhere in the film. And this is our last photo. I love this picture.
Ooh,
this is
cool.
This is a badass picture.
That's
this is
definitely
just like
Rey in her hiking up the uniform.
Yep.
Unless she only brought one change of clothes, which very well could be possible.
Yeah, well,
just wore the same thing the whole
I
time.
don't know. But this is clearly their okay cheese moment. Just stand, we'll take a picture. This is cool, man. I'm still looking forward to seeing more Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
The Luke story we're going to get in this, man. This is going to be such a good movie. There's so much story to tell. It's not going to be all, because number 3 is going to be just the space battle. That's going to be the big shoot 'em up in finale. This is going to be the story building movie. This is going to be the one where you find out about everything that happened with Luke
Yeah.
Maybe even like I don't even care whose Rey's parents are anymore. It's like that's who gives a shit. I'm interested to find out about Luke and more about Kylo Ren. Mm-hmm. See Snoke, get a little bit of Snoke info.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome. Lots of cool stuff going on with Star Wars.
Heck yeah!
We're still on nerd news. This has been like 15 minutes. There's one more thing we want to talk about. More just photos dropped right here. So, of course, we're talking about Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 dropped, and they haven't announced the date, but it's going to be sometime in 2018. Yeah, Deadpool 2. This week, crazy photos dropped.
Yeah.
The first photos that dropped were of Domino. Looking pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's laying on Deadpool is like a bear rug there.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that actually. So what is her character origin? I don't even know who
Domino
she is.
She is a contract killer just like Deadpool is. She's a mercenary, but she's also a mutant. She was briefly in an X-Men for a little while. So she's a mutant, well, not contract killer, but yeah, a mutant hitman, basically kind of like Deadpool. Mercenary. A mutant mercenary chick. She actually looks exactly opposite. In the comics, she's pale white with a black dot over her eye. In this, she's the exact opposite. She's just a standard African American woman, but they gave her almost like this rosacea, or not rosacea. What's it called when your skin changes color a little bit?
I forgot.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the picture, it's kind of cool. And it looks like that's how they're going to pitch it. That she has this thing over her eye. It's going to be a very natural kind of look. Although she does look like, so kind of like Foxy Cleopatra and Barf from Spaceballs had a kid. That's exactly what this looks like.
It does look like that.
Foxy Cleopatra meets Barf. Foxy Cleopatra, obviously from what was that? Mike Myers flick, Austin Powers.
Oh, right.
With Beyonce, another Beyonce reference there. So that's Domino. Look for Domino coming up soon. This one is awesome.
This is fantastic.
You finally get your actual pictures of Deadpool.
Legs crossed on
Legs crossed on his red scooter, which he actually does rock in the comic book. Sometimes he'll zip around on a red scooter. Everybody has their mobiles, their Batmobiles, their Fantastic cars. He's got a red scooter.
So funny.
It's funny to see him zipping around with his samurai swords and his legs crossed on his scooter. I love that one.
Then finally,
and come on, Cable. Finally got our first look at Cable. The mic was dropped. The internet broke as soon as Cable dropped. We've been waiting to see what is Josh Brolin going to look like as Cable.
Yeah,
he looks freaking badass.
They nailed it. But I still am fighting over the fact that they've got Josh Brolin playing all these roles in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
He's Thanos. Now he's Cable.
I know he's going to be Stan Lee next.
Yeah. I mean, but I can't deny that looks amazing.
He looks great. Badass.
It's
like all of my worries are gone. Yeah. If you remember, I mean, this time a couple of months ago, everybody was like, is it going to be Brad Pitt was going to be Cable for a little while. David Harbour from Stranger Things, who's now playing Hellboy, was going to be Cable.
Yeah, he would have nailed it.
There were a ton of people in the role for Cable, and it changed weekly. And they finally said, okay, Josh Brolin, and everybody thought, what? He's playing Thanos. How is he playing Thanos and Cable? But he looks awesome, man. Yeah. His arm, fully cybernetic arm. If you know anything about Cable, Cable is the son of Scott Summers and Jean Grey from the future. Mm-hmm. He was infected with the legacy virus, or the Apocalypse's mechanovirus. I forget what the hell it was called. So they had to send him to the future for a cure, and then he got stuck out there, and he grew up, and then he came back, all technoed out and badass. So he's looking dope, man. Could you have given him a bigger gun?
He's looking pretty great.
I'm loving it, man. He looks great. Josh Brolin's looking badass. And of course we got Scooter Deadpool again. This movie's gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm. It's gonna have 3 times the budget that the first one had. Way more time to write the thing, and
thank you again, Ryan Reynolds, for getting these made.
Fantastic characters. These wonderful pictures of Deadpool on his scooter. All right, we're gonna end up here with Cable. So we had other nerd news we were gonna talk about. The Netflix purchased Millar World.
Right.
That's awesome. So look for a lot of cool Mark Millar comics coming up on Netflix. And Disney announces they're gonna start their own streaming service.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's just now I'm gonna have to purchase the Disney streaming service just to watch all of our Marvel shows.
It's getting out of hand, all these streaming services. It really is. But if you're Disney, if I'm looking at it through Disney's eyes, I get it.
Their property.
I mean, if you own Star Wars and you own Marvel, why would you not? Why would you give all that to somebody else? I mean, it makes no sense. Why? I mean, I get it. I get why they're doing it. It kind of sucks that people are going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But it's got me kind of excited about future Star Wars series.
That's true.
Like, they could make a whole Knights of the Old Republic series, which, if you don't know about that, it's basically like Star Wars meets Game of Thrones. I mean, it's going to be just Jedis with samurai swords. And yeah.
Wow.
So there's all kinds of stuff they can do. So I'm a little excited about it, but at the same time, you got to fork over another $5. But you know what?
$5? It's going to be like... Netflix is 10.
All right.
Disney's probably gonna be like 15 or 20. they're gonna charge
out.
extra.
It's one round of beers in Wrigleyville.
That's true.
So
Good point.
think about it that way. So anyway, that's your nerd news. Thanks for watching.
Now
let's talk about a comic book, shall we? Eclipse is a badass book. I'm sorry,
cool.
Zach, we took so long getting to this book. We were talking about Star Wars and stuff.
But we had to wait for the perfect moment, which is now due to the solar eclipse coming across the United States.
That's right, so people. Cool. If you didn't know, there's an eclipse coming. Get ready. The world's coming to an end.
According to Zach Kaplan.
Yep. Nuclear winter's coming, and we have an eclipse. It's about to go from coast to coast. So get ready. So because of the eclipse coming, we thought we'd talk about this killer book. It's by Zach Kaplan and Giovanni Timpano. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Timpano.
Sorry.
He's the artist, and the art's fantastic in this book. Really quick, we're going to talk all about it, but first we had a chance to catch up with Zach, and he told us a little bit about what Eclipse is and where it came from, so take a look at that. Hey guys, we're here with Zach Kaplan at C2E2. Hi. He does the book Eclipse. Can you tell us really quickly kind of what the book's about?
Yeah, it's a world where the sun will burn you alive if you go outside. If you've ever had a really bad sunburn, I always make that joke. But everyone's had to work at night, sleep during the day, and then there's a killer on the loose. He's using sunlight to burn his victims, and it's up to the hero to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, right from issue 1, it was such a cool way to kind of start the book. You start it with everybody's out on the street. You can tell there's some kind of post-apocalyptic thing going on. You don't really know what it is, and then the police are just kind of corralling people, saying, all right, you got to go down. Well, I can't find my husband. Well, we'll find him. We'll find him for you, no problem. That was a really great issue 1.
Yeah, and then that sequence ends with Times Square completely empty, which was, I tried to think of the most populous kind of street in America, and how eerie would that be?
Yeah, No, it looked fantastic. It reads fantastic. Where'd the idea come from?
I was working a graveyard shift, and so I would drive home at sunrise, and it was just me and empty streets. And if you've ever stayed out all night and you've been at sunrise, it's a surreal experience where the sun is dominating the streets and the landscape, and no one's out, and that kind of was the germination of the world. So
that is an interesting way to come about on such an awesome book.
Sun that burns people alive,
Yeah. So we're on issue 6 right now? Is issue 6 come out?
This is 6 right here, and we're chugging along.
What, any big plans for the book in the future? Any hiatus happening? Or
there's going to be a very small window, maybe a month or 2 between 8 and 9, but we'll just keep going, and we're going to go to 12 and hit it hard there, and then we'll assess.
Cool.
So definitely got some more in your future.
Sweet. This is a Top Cow image book, yeah?
That's right. Yeah, Top Cow image.
You working on anything else with Top Cow or image? Or
there's some things percolating, but nothing that's been announced or anything.
Nothing you can talk about at the moment?
Talk about, that's the way it works in comics. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, man, really appreciate you taking the time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, thanks so much.
Eclipse is a killer book, so check it out. Put it on your pull. All right, that was awesome, man. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah,
thank you very much for talking to us. That was at C2E2. He sat down. He was a really, really, really cool guy.
Yeah.
And he was really passionate about this book.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is his baby.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool idea. Basically, I mean, he already said it a little bit, but what it is, there's a solar event in the not too distant future. This happens just a couple of years from now. There's a solar event, a big solar flare that wipes out billions of people on the planet Earth. And it's something happens about the solar event, and basically the sun kills people. If you walk out into the sun, you burn to death. The sun burns you alive. So because of that, the few remaining people on planet Earth they become nocturnal. In the daytime, they go underground. There's a wonderful, just like Zach said in the beginning of the book, there's this really killer scene where everybody's walking around Times Square.
Yeah. And
everybody, the sun's about to come up, and the cops come out and say, all right, everybody.
Curfew
time. Gotta go down.
Yep.
So that's it. I mean, everybody lives. It's this not too distant future dystopian universe that, of Earth.
Pretty interesting.
New York City and stuff. So what happens? There's a group of people that, they dress up in these suits and they can go out in the daytime. They happen across some dead bodies out in the sun. So apparently there's a serial killer out there who's killing people by strapping them to stones and leaving them out in the sun. So that all happens like in the first issue. They're up to issue 8, and the second trade has just dropped this week.
Yeah.
So you can easily get caught up on it. The villain, I'm jumping all over the place here, but the villain actually is immune. He can walk out in the sun. He can. Wow. He is. The sun doesn't kill him. Why doesn't the sun kill him? You don't know. You gotta read the book, man. Gotta pick up Eclipse. It's an awesome book. It's almost like a crime drama, but at the same time, it's this
dystopian
this post-apocalyptic universe that Zach created.
So
it's
cool.
Awesome, and the art by Giovanni is just insanely great. It's gritty. The corpses that get left out in the sun just look so scary, dark. There's tons to love about this book, so you should really pick it up.
Yeah.
They're up to issue 8, and if you were listening to Zach's interview, they plan on doing 12 and then reassessing and figuring out where they are. So there's yet another story arc on the way. But if you want to get caught up, there are 2 collected trade paperbacks.
Yep.
The first one collects issue 1 through 4, and then the second trade paperback collects issue 5 through 8.
Yep.
So check it out, man. Eclipse is awesome. Bad-ass. Mm-hmm. Anything else you have to say?
No.
Enjoy the Eclipse, people. It's coming soon. As always, we do have an email address, chuckloadercomics@gmail.com. If you have anything you want to say to us, questions, critiques, comments, if you have any books you want to see us review and read, please let us know. Leave us a comment on YouTube or send us an email. So that's about all we got.
Yep.
Eclipse, check it out. Star Wars Force Awakens came out about 2 years ago, so you should go see Star Wars The Last Jedi in December. And of course, Deadpool 2 comes out in 2018. Thanks for watching. We will see you here, maybe not next week, because the world might be coming to an end.
Yeah, after the eclipse.
According to this book. So, enjoy. Be safe.
Wear your glasses.
Don't die out there. See you later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We got a lot of other good shows on the YouTube channel, so check them out. We got like that one and that one. Lots of good stuff. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button for more episodes every single week. See you later.